What's next for you moving forward in this division?
Man, I would love to unify, but I think we got 2 mandatories we got to fulfill. But you know, I definitely want to unify. Garcia, Navarrete, the winner of Cardena and Old Buddy. You know, I'm up for anybody. You know, I feel like my style is I can adjust to anybody. I feel like I can beat anybody out there.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ray Vargas, Felix De Jesus will translate. Ray, what was your opinion of the decision?
¿Qué te opinaste de la decisión?
Pues, ¿qué puedo decir respecto a los jueces? De lo personal no me pareció una decisión muy amplia, ni justa, pero tengo que respetar.
I have to respect the judges. I thought it was a much closer fight, but that's his decision, their decision.
What was the difference between you and Foster in this fight?
Y Foster esta noche. ¿Cuál fue la diferencia?
Lo dije desde un principio, el peso tal vez contribuye un poco, pero hay piernas para ser técnico y piernas para correr. Y creo que él tiene piernas para correr.
I said it from the beginning, you know, the weight might have been a little difficult to make and, you know, maintain. Maybe the power's a little different. But I said it from the beginning, it's more the legs and stuff.
A headbutt appeared to open a cut around your left eye, excuse me, in round 3. How did that affect you?
¿Eso te afectó? ¿Cabezazo?
Sí, fue un cabezazo al principio de la pelea. Afecta un poquito la vista, pero no, eso no me impidió seguir con la técnica.
Yeah, that affected me a little bit in the 3rd round when he hit me, but that didn't affect anything in the fight.
You're still a world champion at 126 pounds. Which weight division is the best fit for you moving forward?
Realmente agradezco a toda la gente bonita que vino a apoyar, todos los mexicanos. Eso fue para México. No nos llevamos la victoria de Superpluma, pero somos campeones plumas. Y esto es un escalón, un avance más en mi vida boxística y mi vida personal.
First of all, I want to thank everybody that came out today, especially the Mexicans, the San Antonio. And there's another step in my life. You know, we might just go back to 126.
Thank you, Ray. Let's bring it back to the ringside.
Yo, yo, what's good? What's good? It's Stormy B Man, and I am back welcoming you to the post-fight show with Stormy B Man for this Saturday, February 11th, 2023, and this is the post-fight show for Vargas versus Foster for the WBC Super Featherweight Championship. The fight just wrapped up. We had a chance to see another Texan come up with the title in a fight that saw Shaquiefoster pretty much win this fight running away. No pun intended. Going away. And he has joined the ranks of titleists in the sport of boxing. Ray Vargas was outmatched and had no answers for the dexterity, the agility, the natural rhythmic and perpetual motion. Shout out to Curtis Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, who often stated, a boxer without footwork is like a blind man without a cane. And we saw that this evening. Vargas looked like he didn't know if he wanted to try to compete, try to find a way out, want to turn and walk away. There were a number of options on the table, but he stuck it out to the final bell. But he didn't have any answers, nor did his people in his corner. And Foster went on, like I said, to take this fight going away big time. So salute to Shaquiefoster, who's had a tough go of things, and hopefully this will be the beginning of things opening up for him as far as the sport of boxing is concerned. Want to say salute to everybody that's out there. We got a number of people that jumped in the building early. I appreciate everybody that has come out. We'll go through a little bit of a roll call before we get started, just to acknowledge some of the family. Big homie Coop out there, peace and blessings, Sifu. Back smack the like button, people. Salute to all the family in the chat and classes in session, so pay attention. Yes, sir. Shadow 979 in the building. Salute Stormy B Man. AJ64 is out there. Yahweh, No Smoke TV in the building. Shamar Rashan Shalom out there saying salute to the sensei. T Berry, what's good with you? He's out there saying peace. Stormy B Man in chat. And William, old school, is out there saying salute Stormy B Man. Peace, my brother. And y'all smash the like button, people, when entering the building. Peace. Learn is back with us saying Foster showed impressive boxing ability out there. I did not think he lost a round. Who else we got here as we go through this? Jay Grant Jr. in the building saying salute Stormy B. 817, aka Mr. Talk Too Much in the building. What's good with you? Saying respect to you and the dojo. And James Galbraith is out there saying salute Stormy, salute to you. Learn says Foster's trainer gave good advice and Foster listened. I like that he kept agreeing with his coach in the corner. Let's see what's it. Jay Grant Jr. says Vargas already making weird excuses. Yeah. Who else we got? Mangus Allen is in there saying, what's up, man? What's up with you, man? 817 says Foster's trainer was calm. A day communicated efficiently and effectively. That was a wonderful application of boxing and what a cornerman should sound like. He says their synergy was amazing. Okay. Pump the brakes, 817. Pump the brakes, huh? That wasn't you're blowing it, son. You know, They coached him well. He won the decision. And the man that he was fighting with couldn't contend with the abilities that he brought, the tools that he had. It's as simple as that. And I said in my breakdown video, which you didn't watch because the numbers is kind of low on the breakdown, but look here. I said as long as he didn't try to go out there and prove he's a tough guy and everything, and he fought behind the talents that he have, this should have been the outcome. And that's exactly what they did. As simple as that. No more, no less. I do have some things that I would like to speak about regarding Oshaki's performance that could have made this fight a great deal easier for him. And that's not to take away, but to add to something that he may consider for future bouts. I was trying to see T9's in boxing class out there saying salute Stormy, salute to you. Vargas is an interesting fighter. This was the classical matchup between a mobile, agile fighter with dexterity and agility against a plotter, a guy who really needs you to stand in front of him. And you could see early on how it was going to go. And you also saw this fight is an example of why a lot of them don't want to face fighters like Oshaki, fighters like Shakur, fighters like Devin Haney, fighters like Frank Martin. See, it's one thing when you have two fighters that are going to stand in front of each other and just pound on each other. But fighters who have the tools to be able to move around, use the ring, use lateral movement, ring IQ, ring generalship in the favor of the talents that they bring. That's something that the macho guys don't have time to fill their notebook with those other qualities. You saw in the fight with Mario Barrios and Santiago what I'm talking about. Two men stand in front of each other. One may retreat a little bit, but they pounding each other until somebody submits. There's no longevity in that. And there aren't many options when that's the only way that you know how to perform. And I have to say, trainers are supposed to be able to give you something other than that. Even if that's your best asset and attribute, that's your go-to. Again, I say it all the time. You have to question some of the trainers out here today because they don't give you very much. They'll give you something. And don't let you be talented. Because if you're talented, they'll say you're a natural and just push you on out there and say, go get him. How many of these trainers have you listened to them when they've had the sound mic'd up in the corner and they say, go out there and put it on them. Go out there and let your hands go. Go out there and yeah. What kind of instructions are those exactly? Do you have anything technical to tell me? How about keep your chin down, Oshaki? keep your damn chin down. That wasn't exploited because the man that you were in there with was taller than you, and he couldn't find a way to your chin if he was given a roadmap. Yeah. So, here we are. Here we are. I would have loved to see a variation of the jab that he was executing. From what I was able to see and tell, O'Shaquie was headhunting. Where was the body work? If he worked the body half a time more than what he did, which was really null and void, he may have got a couple of knockdowns, because it was obvious that as the fight went on, Vargas's legs were leaving him. A few body shots will turn things around, and maybe the rest of him would leave. You understand? Shower's in the building. What's good with you, Shower? Peace and blessings to you as well. Rashid Rourke is out there. Eric R., what's good with you? Eric R. says, Shaq was impressive. This guy is well schooled. Learn says, Foster has great legs. I was bothered by how far he steps back, but after I saw how easy he can close the distance, I wasn't bothered anymore. You should be bothered, Learn, and that's why I call you Learn instead of the name that you write in the chat. Because as a fighter ages, one of the things that will leave him is that quickness, that elusiveness that you start out with when you have that youth and vigor. And if I'm not mistaken, he's 28 years old or something like that. Don't hold me to it, but I thought that's the age that I saw him listed as. But it's all the more reason why you learn to step around your opponent, give angles. If you want to see a fighter step around an aggressor in an expert manner, watch Sweet Pea Whitaker when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez, the fight that they talked about earlier in this broadcast, where Sweet Pea was robbed of a victory that he earned against Julio Cesar Chavez. There is a way to give angles and still remain within punching range, but to keep the opponent from being able to score against you. Yeah. It's a lost art. See, these guys in their youth, they can dance around and jump back and get out of the way and everything, and that's cool. Because youth and vigor is a part of that. But when you're taught footwork properly, you can take a step to the side and ruin a guy's plan. He's lining you up for his right hand, or in the event that he's a southpaw, his left hand, and you take a subtle step, left or right, and now he has to reassess things, because that punch he was trying to line you up for, it's not going to land like he wanted it to land. And when you understand that and you utilize the footwork and the movement behind that, that's what gives you the advantages. That's what plays hell in the other guy's psyche, because he's like, dang, I just almost had, and Yeah. That's what that's about. Drew Titan in the building. What's good with you, Drew? See, when I talk about watching a fighter like Sweet Pea Whitaker and learning about his footwork, Sweet Pea will move around you, stick their jab in your face and step around you, and you lose him. You got to turn your whole body to find him again. And when you're turning and your feet are moving, he hits you again with a solid body shot. Fap, fap, fap to the body and stick that jab, that right jab in your mouth. Pop, pop, and step around again. Now you got to reset all over again. Go back and watch for yourself. He doesn't dance back out of the way. He'll stand in the center of the ring. You throw shots at him, he'll dip down, dip under your shots, and the pivot, the front foot stays stationary, but the toe can turn either inward or outward, and the back leg swings around behind you, behind him. He's automatically turned you in a circle. They don't teach that now. There's not a fighter out there today that's doing that. There are some who give you ideas of that, but nobody emulates that. That's technique. Salute to Young World out there in the super chat. He says, salute Big Storm. Happy fight night to you all. Salute to the chat. We appreciate you, Young World. We appreciate you. And I ain't forgot about you, Young World. OG, some tunes. What's up? But thank you again, Young World. Appreciate your super chat, brother. Eric R. says, salute, Drew. I'm still watching you and Stormybman breaking down the anime. Great work. Y'all was dropping so much. I has to slow it down to a simmer. Hey, man, Drew was cooking on that, bro. That brother knows the anime. That's why I told him, take the lead, man. I'll be the backup. I'll be like the Pips that's over there getting that groove on, you know. Woo, woo, while he feeds you that information. But appreciate you enjoying that, Eric R. We're back to Shaq. Great performance. He showed good stamina. The event didn't get to him psychologically. He was motivated. And as I said, I would have liked to have seen him work the body more. And not toward the end of the fight, but early on. It's obvious that he had a hand speed advantage. But he was really head hunting. He really was. And the fact that Vargas couldn't find him if he had a searchlight, he could have dictated a great deal more offensively with the execution of more body work. Young World, I got you, man. Appreciate you on that. Thank you. Or, Young World, you can just hit me up on the email, in the eye of the storm 4 at Gmail. Yeah. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. But I'll tell you, there's always room for improvement. So I just hope that this brother doesn't fall into that rip about jumping in and out because his reflexes are good. Okay, Eric, I got you. Big Dog Boxing Talk, what's good? He says, salute and respect, Sensei in chat. Same to you. PGH Big Dog, what's good with you? Saying salute, Stormy B, man. Shadow 9 is out there. Yeah. So a little more body work on Vargas could have helped him out. Sometimes fighters, they need a little bit of a push, whether it's a push to get them to be more aggressive or more assertive in a fight, or to compete, even to retreat. When guys do not have the answers, that's when they begin to look for a way out. And that very well could have been the case with Vargas. But I do have to be critical of Oshaki being, a headhunter here, because he could have done some things to put himself in a position to score even better with Vargas. But like I said, my critique is not criticism of his performance, because he performed well. But there are things that he could work on and be even better than what you saw tonight. Like that jab. He wanted to land his jab perfectly. I could see it. He was looking, and sometimes he could jab, he wouldn't just let his hand go because he wanted to land a perfect jab. He wanted to land a stiff jab. He wanted to score. He wanted to tag him in the face and snap his head back. But the jab can be used in so many ways. It can disrupt timing. It can keep a guy's, attention diverted. It can keep a person off balance, and it could also blind them to a shot that's following it up. It could be used to rest. So with a great jab, you have options. And it doesn't always have to be in the face. You can jab them in the chest. One of the things that fighters really do not like is being hit in the chest. You might not think much about that, but let me tell you something. When somebody punches you in the chest, it does something to you. One of the main reasons that it does something to you is a couple of your most important organs are right up there, your heart and your lungs. Yeah. Instead of concentrating on that liver all the time, everybody wants to land that perfect liver shot. The perfect liver shot happens typically off of shots that are being thrown in succession, combinations. You know, Mickey Ward used to throw a hard left hook to the head and tap you down to the body, or he'll throw a fast left hook to the head, meaning he's punching with speed but not with power, but bring the power down low right under that elbow to the liver. That's why he got a lot of guys with that. When that happens, it's usually a distraction that comes and then the punch lands. When Bernard Hopkins dropped Oscar De La Hoya, he had flirted with doing some dirty tactics to De La Hoya, headbutt, elbow on the inside, and then they got in close. He had grabbed De La Hoya like De La Hoya is going to do something really fierce to him, but he was setting him up the whole time. Then one time when they got in close, he dropped that left hook to the body, that float, that right behind that elbow, and dropped De La Hoya. Yeah. Experience. So when you see that, you know it's coming, but you just don't know when. Shawan says, I could see it too, Sensei. Like when you're dreaming and can't get your hands on a person like you want to. Yeah. You see? But I'm going to tell you something. A fighter that has better skills and ability than what Vargas had could run O'Shaquie into a trap. A fighter like Shakur Stevenson or even Tank Davis, because they're experienced like that. So that being able to jump out of the way with that quickness and everything, because he's more fleet of foot and agile than Vargas, who's clumsy with his footwork, against fighters like Devin Haney or those more agile fighters, those won't be necessarily advantages, and you can get caught. Learn is asking, who at 130 will give Foster a tough fight? I don't have all night, bro. I said slow your horses. The young man won a title tonight. That's great. Huh? But that's all that's going in the record books tonight, is he won his first world title. There have been guys that win a title and lose it in the next fight. I'm not saying that's going to happen to him. What I'm saying is hold your horses. Because as long as the quality fighters are fighting one another, you'll see some things. Eric R. says, great point. He definitely could have made the fight easier. I got excited because the opponent seems bigger and better than he was. You want to be elite, you have to use the brain to separate. Yeah. Lungs, heart, and right underneath the chest and above your abs. That's the reset button. You better believe it. Big homie Cooper's in. Peace and blessings, Sifu. Same to you, bro. Eric R. says, liver shot had Oscar trying to crawl his way to the nearest toilet seat. Yeah, man. When land the right way, you need about 20 seconds. 20 to 25, depending on if you exert it when you got hit, because it empties out the lungs completely, and you need that amount of time to get the air back. It's the equivalent of like when in playing football and the running back or the receiver gets tackled and they fall on top of the ball and you knock the wind out of them, and the guy be laying on the turf like he did for a while, and they call the people over, the staff and everything, and they come over there, and he sit there for about 20 seconds. Then he raise up. Then he got to walk off the field because they had to call time. They walk him off the field for a play or so, and then he comes back in the game. It happens so many times. That's boxing equivalent of that. You're good, but inside a 10 count, it ain't gonna happen. Every once in a while, a guy can get up from that. Like when, what was that? I think that was when your boy, the kid that fought Maidana. He hit Maidana with that liver shot, and Maidana went down, and he got up. He rolled on the canvas for a second, but he got up. Hey, some guys can do it, but it's not a shot that you want to take willingly. I'm gonna tell you that. Learn says it sounds like Stormy has a list already. Okay. No, it's not that. It's not a list of who, it's a list of what. What I foresee can be troubling for him. There's not a lot out there, but there is opponents out there that can do some things. It's just, you know, opportunity, man. Opportunity means so much. And in the sport of boxing right now, a lot of fighters who should do not get the opportunity, and that's a shame. But opportunity makes all the difference in the world. And like I said, I don't sit up and I'm like, oh, I want to see this, I want to see him fail. No, that's not that. I would like if he could hear the critique that I offer, him to go and work on those things and come back and say, what do you think now, Stormy? I'm be like, hey, that's good. You know? That's if you want to do better and be better. That's like me listening to some of the brothers that have offered me some, you know, keys to what I could do on the air here, on my channel here, to grow, to expand. And I've done that, sometimes reluctantly, but it's a benefit. My Sunday morning call-in show that I won't be doing tomorrow, but I'll be on tomorrow, but it won't be the call-in show. Same time. It'll be a boxing raps show tomorrow, because y'all don't know how to call in. So I'll take a break from the call in for a moment. But nonetheless, I digress. My Sunday morning call in show, Drew Titan, shout out to the brother, has suggested that I roll with that. He said, that's it right there, brother. You know, do that. And he was right. the channel grew exponentially off of adding that show to the rotation. That's an example. But another critique of Oshaki, because he has fast hands, keep that left up, brother. Keep that left up. Stop dropping it down by your waist. Stop looking to do that shoulder roll crap. With the hand speed that you have, you can do so many other things by keeping your hands in a proper position. You limit yourself when a hand is dropped down. Alfred Yasharala is out there. What's good with you? Says salute, Stormy Sensei, salute. Wow, man, you know, for as many people who have stopped by this channel tonight to listen, to see what I had to say, even if they only listen for 3 to 5 minutes or whatever, I am extremely short on likes. Extremely short on likes, bro. And that's not something that's speaking about who's listening or whatever, because people they want to see what's being said about Vargas versus Foster. But only 60 likes. With the numbers that I'm looking at of how many views this show has had thus far, and I'm not even finished with my show. Pushing towards 600 views and only 60 likes. You see why? Friday night, I talked like I did. Why tomorrow the call-in won't be? Because you guys are like leeches. And only you know who you are out there. It's freaking ridiculous. Learn. He says he loves using that shoulder roll, it seems. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. This is how you know there's not a lot of teaching in the sport of boxing today. Floyd Mayweather would employ the shoulder roll at times, but Floyd also knew how to keep his hands up. He knew how to block and parry. He knew how to catch and shoot. He knew how to slip, pull, and counter. He knew all of these things. But people are stuck on the shoulder roll. And I'm going to tell you why it's not such a great thing, because Floyd's dad fought out of the shoulder roll too, but it was more like that crab defense. The Philly Shell, Archie Moore, and Ezra Charles, those guys kind of fought out of that posture. But they also knew how to fight out of that posture, not to give the other fighter certain advantages that when you're not versed in it, that you'll take unnecessary punches. And these guys today who are doing the shoulder roll, first of all, they're doing it before they even get within punching range of a guy and stuff. It's a bad habit to keep your left low. Or if you're unorthodox, if you're a southpaw, keeping your right low. In the gym, I'd make a guy pay for keeping that hand low like that. Make them pay. You don't even see guys using the cross. If you're going to keep one hand low, you can cross that your hand that's up by your chin. You can cross it over to the opposite side, but you have to turn your body with it and move. But you don't even see guys doing this anymore because it's not being taught. What you see is guys are they're practicing bad habits, and their trainers are not correcting them. It's that simple. Yeah, William, I see that. I'm watching. I got my screen up there showing the analytics of the channel right now. Like I said, 600 people and not even 100 likes. Not even 100 likes. I watch Blue Blood, same thing on his channel. You have hundreds and thousands coming into his stream. They can't even show the respect, but they go to him because he has information. Like Eric R. says, make it a practice to hit the like before even typing in the chat. And you have to be a subscriber of this channel. Like it says, pinned at the top. It's like you got to be a subscriber for at least 6 weeks to be able to write in my chat. And the reason that is because we got people out here who want to say stupid stuff and throw slurs out there and try to distract with stupid comments and stuff like that. So if you want to subscribe for 6 weeks only to come in and do those kind of foolish things, then it really exploits who you really are. And I don't care how many troll channels that you make, but YouTube is about to cut that out for you too, because every time you produce a new channel or whatever, the IP is the same. They're going to go in and they're going to start canceling out the entire IP. So you will be done. Yeah. But like I've always said, William, everybody ain't going to make it. So I don't worry about who drops off. What I worry about is who hanging on, huh? That's all I need to worry about. Who hanging on? Who with me, huh? Because I already know who ain't. I already know. They show their hand all the time. Who worries about the toilet paper after it wipes, huh? You just want to make sure it flushes, right? Learn that cross arm that Dillian White was trying to incorporate is because he's so susceptible to the uppercut. And after being knocked out by Tyson Fury, again by an uppercut, he was trying to show some type of an improvement against that punch landing. But that's not going to save him. Someone can still set him up with the shot. You know, just like Povetkin set him up. Povetkin shot a jab at him and stepped over to the side and threw the uppercut underneath his guard. It's like AJ caught him in a series of combinations with an uppercut. He is going to be susceptible to the uppercut because he doesn't move that little extra small head of his off of the center line. He's always going to run into uppercut problems. I would love to ban the Philly shell cross arm shoulder roll defense for young fighters. I would love to ban that. You need to learn how to get your head off a center line. You need to learn how to slip punches to the left and to the right. Tick-tock. Huh? You see guys bending over to the right. Don't you know all the guy got to do is get you in that position so he can land that right hand over the top? This is easy as 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You know, in the Mario Barrios fight, Santiago was just too small for him. And Barrios seemed to really enjoy beating up on the little guy. And you can't blame him for wanting to take it out on somebody because he's been beaten up himself, you know? But Santiago was in there with a bigger man, and he just, you know, it's a shame. Let's just put it like that. But boy, did Barrios act like he had really done something. He was trying to be reserved, but he didn't want to be reserved because he got a knockout. He got a stoppage. And you could see it in him, you know, and I'm like, man, that's just too bad. Too bad that he did that to that kid. But how about the heavyweights, huh? Yeah. Yeah, as the numbers go on up to 71 in the building, and the views are up over 700 now, and I still ain't made 100 likes yet. What the hell is wrong with you people? What's wrong with you? Everybody, the last 10 of you, hit my damn like button, huh? Hit my like button. You just came into the building, huh? You done finished off Pornhub, huh? And the liquor store visits and all of that. You done come in here to see what Stormy got to say about the fights. Hit my damn like button. Coming in the building, huh? Ain't nobody asking you for your stinky dollars, huh? Because they stink, huh? You the kind that put your, you know, and if it's women out there, you put your damn bills under your breasts, huh? Funky ass dollars, huh? And for you dudes, you keep the bills in your dirty drawers, huh? That you ain't changed in a week, huh? Nobody wants you, huh? But hit the damn like button anyway. Nasty mofos. Coming out there. What the hell is wrong with you? Salute to my brother KQKC Boxing Network in the building and in that super chat. I appreciate you, KQ. He says, just because we run boxing on Saturday night. You better believe it. The singing OG and the sensei, huh? It's what we do. It's what we do. Huh? Tone 40, what's good with you? Ain't seen you in a minute. Tanaya Marie is out there saying, love your channel, Stormy, and insight and knowledge on boxing. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Boxing and barbecue, my brother. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you a little earlier because I was running my mouth, but I see you out there, brother. Boxing and barbecue. Shava, it's too late, huh? That's why they getting ready to go to digital currency. And they gonna chip y'all for it too. That's right, I said it. You heard it here on Stormy B, man. But back to the heavyweights. Listen, Lanier Pedro, huh? Yeah, he was in there with Victor Faust, huh? And I'm gonna tell you something. Early in the fight, the first couple of rounds, Mr. Pedro from Cuba, came out there and was hitting that big Mr. Faust in the body, in the belly, huh? With hard shots. But Victor didn't fool me at all. Yes, he got a great shot in upside the head of Pedro in the third round that wobbled him right before the bell and had him shook, rocked. But Victor wasn't working Pedro's body. Pedro was working his. And as I texted my brother, the OG, the singing OG, when the fight was stopped in the 8th round, Pedro threw a right hook under Victor's left elbow into his floating rib. That wasn't a liver shot. That was that floating rib shot. Sometimes you can get hit there and it feel like somebody broke something, because especially if you have breathed out, because when guys punch, they breathe out. So maybe in that instance, Victor may have exhaled after shooting a shot and he was bringing his arm, but it was a timing shot. He hit him perfectly and the dude turned because he couldn't get his air. Fight over. Yeah. But he took too many of those debilitating body shots early in the fight, and one finally got through. You just keep chipping at it, just like water. Water will penetrate any substance on the earth over a period of time. It will penetrate steel, rock, granite. Yeah. And this thing that Victor was doing with his hands, that range, seeking a range with the jab, then trying to jab, and then putting his hands up there and just kind of tapping with that don't work in the heavyweight division. Lighter weight guys can get away with that foolishness. But in the heavyweight division, you punch with purpose. In boxing, period, you're supposed to punch with purpose. But I saw early on those shots that Pedro was hitting him to the body with. And I'm like, either he gonna catch him with something up top, or he gonna drop him with one of those body shots. And let me tell you how stubborn Victor was. He rather turn and walk away than to take a knee, huh? It's over for Victor, y'all. Oh, they'll bring him back. They'll bring him back. But it's over. Because when he turned his back and was like, I'm going home, Pedro ran up behind him and said, no, you ain't. You ever seen bullies in grade school? When he tell them, leave him alone. No. Here I come. Yank. Take this with you, nigga. Yeah. All 6'5" of him, huh? Pedro gave him that Cuban special. I'm telling you, man. Boxing is the one sport that will tell you the truth about somebody. It'll tell you. It'll be like writing it in the sky. You know those planes that fly and they make words in the sky? You know, quit. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all do not hear me though. Salute to I Am Trill Will. I see you out there, bro. Yeah. Shower says, Victor was pissing me off. He did the least. Didn't get around under or through Perro's guard with all he threw. No body shots either. That's because he's a pretender, Shower. He's Andrew Galata 2.0. Listen, he postures, huh? He's a big dude. He's imposing. He can be intimidating because he's a big guy. But Pedro was like, fat. Yeah, Pedro got rocked and came back, didn't he? Huh? See what I mean? It don't matter who punched the hardest. It just matter which punch lands. Huh? That's it at the end of the day. Yeah. (817) say Sensei be on point. Listen, man, this ain't for, this ain't for dummies, huh? When I tell you these things, you can put it to the test. It's people out there, man. Now, come on now. We over 800 views and I still ain't got 100 likes. What the hell, bro? What the hell? 800. Lewis Hinton, what's good? Yeah, Shaba, right? They on the fast break and pulling up for a three instead of driving it to the basket for a layup. And that seems to be an acceptable thing now. All the coaches of today don't even say nothing to the players anymore. They got a 3-on-none fast break, and they pass it up the court, and the guy, as soon as he crosses the half-court line, he's pulling up at the three-point arc. What? In my time, in my era, the guy that did that gets pulled out the game and watch the rest of the game from the bench. Foolishness. Pedro was hitting that guy to the body so well, man. I'm talking about jabs, hooks. You know, he was hitting him hard. And the dude had a good poker face, right? He had a good poker face, Victor, huh? But you can only take so many of those, bro. Especially when you're getting hard hit and tagged hard like Pedro was hitting him, man. I bet you when Victor got back to the dressing room, his whole camp, the staff was like, damn, what's that? What is that smell? And, you know, when Victor took his boxing trunks off, it was boo-boo everywhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah, boo-boo. Because you ever hear somebody go, oh, shh. That's what he did. Because he got hit. But did you see him turn away, though? I'm gonna walk away from love. Where the hell was he going? Huh? There was ropes there to stop the progress. Pedro came up behind him like, no, you ain't. Big Dom couldn't even fall to the canvas. He was just, The referee said, I'm going to stop this bull crap. But, you know, he looked the part, though. He looked the part. Looked like Galata and Klitschko and all them guys, huh? He's even from that place too, huh? Yeah. I ain't gonna even say nothing about that part, but hey, huh? Go Cuba, I say. Yeah. That's right, Tone 40. Boo-boo everywhere, huh? And I ain't talking about Demetrius Andre. I'm talking about that smelly stuff that be in baby diapers, huh? And some of you people out here that won't hit my like button. Huh? Maybe that's why they won't hit my like button, because they got boo-boo all on their fingers. Yeah. Rojai, in any weight class, there should be an investment in the body. You weren't here earlier in the show. I was talking about that the fact that Oshaki didn't invest enough in the body. He could have possibly got some knockdowns, if not even a stoppage of Vargas, had he invested in the body. He was too busy headhunting, looking for the perfect shot to land upstairs against a guy who was not going to engage him like that. You bang him to the body, he'll take a knee because it's like, oh, I gotta get away from this heat. You understand? $817. He was so, you know what? The style he fights with, those punches that he was throwing at Pedro are the same punches he punched on the bag in the gym with no variation. But the thing is, against live competition, remember, they could say that he was winning all those rounds, but a lot of those shots were not landing. They were hitting Pedro on the arms and the gloves. Except for that one shot he really hurt him and rocked him with, and then he landed a couple of good right hands in the fight. But for the most part, Pedro was blocking a lot of his shots. Yep. He did a number on him, man. Did a number on him. $704, I see you out there. He says, I can't chat, I'll listen. Well, that's good. $704. A1 Hoop Zone, what's good with you? Dude turned away. He turned away to walk away like, I've had enough. But I love how Pedro followed up on him, you know. He gave me, where you think you going? You see some funny stuff in boxing, I'm telling you, man. Y'all might not think that's that funny, but I do, because that dude is 6'5", 6'6", 240 pounds, and, you know, an imposing monster turned into a mere shivering, shaking child, huh? Yeah, he was so stiff. 817. You'd think he had taken several Viagra. The blue pill. Y'all don't hear me though. I know one thing. He had legs like Frank Bruno. You know, Frank Bruno, the only dude I see get knocked out on his standing up because he don't want to fall down. You know, legs be locked like a mannequin. Unless you throw those overhand haymakers like Tim Witherspoon did when he knocked him out, or Bone Crusher Smith. Lennox Lewis was hitting him with everything in the book, but Frank's legs was on lock. Them suckers was like stiff. Man, we trekking toward 1,000 views on this damn channel, on this show, and these people will not get me to 100 likes, man. This is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. But y'all come to Stormy B Man's channel though. Can't tell you can't make this shit up, man. Can't make it up. Nah, Shawa, I ain't gotta beg these people for likes, man. I've been on here long enough. I've covered all 3 of the matches. It's been a good night for boxing. And I'm gonna get ready to get on out of here. But people, again, like I said, why do they come? If it ain't worth it, why do they come? You know? I know who rock with me and who don't. So, you know, thank you for the views anyway. Shout out to the mighty LDBC.